Greetings, beloveds, and welcome. We are now at a cosmic turning point. This is the biggest week we will actually not only see the astrology, but feel it as well. Let's get into it. I'm Tanya Melendez, creator of Chart and Soul Astrology, founder of Cosmicnomics, and I want you to be prepared for this Aries new moon. Now that we're in quarter two and really tapping in to what this year is really all about, we are starting to notice trends within ourselves and around us. And this is really bolstering and boosting the energy of the spiritual. So are you feeling it? Let's dive in. So what is this cosmic turning point all about? Well, first of all, we've got Venus in alignment with Jupiter. So this is bringing in the energy of us to expand spiritually and our mental, emotional, physical, as well as financial. Venus and Jupiter. We'll get into that in just a minute. But how rich or poor do you feel right now? Because that has a huge impact. And with this Aries stellium at the top of our heads and at the top of our charts, with all of this action and energy moving around, it's so key and crucial that we absolutely know how this is affecting and influencing everything around us. And without any retrograde planets, nothing pulling us back, nothing pushing us, we are really being guided to expand. And so we have to remember that there's always a shadow before there is a solution. And many of us, including myself, have been going through an intense shadowy experience. I know for sure that I have, and I'll be sharing this on my Substack even more, because it's important that we talk about what the transformation looks like. It's important that we talk about the emotional up and down. It's important that we talk about the influences on the moon. And I will sidebar here, last week's Artemis mission, us being fully engaged in seeing the moon from a higher perspective, that really elevated our spiritual evolution. Did you feel it? Can you feel it? This is why I asked, do you feel rich or poor now? Because all of this energy is amplifying our ability to call in our manifestation and to really be at an energetic frequency. Because remember, prosperity is felt before it's seen. Prosperity has nothing to do with what's out there, and we know that. Prosperity has everything to do with what's going on in here, but I digress. And so for me, I know that Pluto retrograde that we had and are just now really coming out of was about our transformation. The Uranus was about our awakening. Now Neptune is asking us to spiritualize and to really look at the beliefs and to reshape and illumine, because we also have Chiron and Aries kicking things up. And so where there is tenderness, where there's a sting, that's where the healing has to happen. And this is why I shared with you, the shadow appears before the solution. So this is a week when we're really all going to start to feel the solutions. It's time. It's time to listen to our intuition. It's time for us to really be intentional. This Mars energy is bringing up a lot of fire. We're seeing that out in the world. Fire horse year. And the interesting thing I'm just going to say about that is that it is really this water energy. We know water, currency, affluence. I talk about this on Substack, how water element, what is really our connection to money, and the moon. We have all this water in our body. The moon, the water, our emotional state. We'll be getting into that in this week's Cosmicnomics 101. So make sure you sign up if you want to know where the money is written in your chart and what that water influence and how you can use it for yourself. But I digress. So getting back to this cosmic turning point with this Aries stellium, that means we've got about 8 planets right now in Aries, really activating. Aries is the spark, it is the initiation, it is that number one. And now more than ever, we are being asked to really pay attention. What are we making number one? And many of us don't realize that we make money number one. And it brings up so much of our emotion. So I also just shared on my Stars and Stacks about how the moon and our money are really connected. So we're, as I said, going to really dive into that in Cosmicnomics 101. But the energy of how you feel. Do you feel rich or do you feel poor? Because if you feel poor, that is the energy frequency that goes out. If you feel rich, what does that look like? What does it feel like? Where do you feel it in your body? These are the questions I want you to really tap into, because we've got that Venus in alignment with Jupiter. We want to make sure they're in harmony and alignment instead of fighting. So I'm going to ask you, what are you choosing to believe? Because many people believe they feel rich, but what does that look like? What does it look like to feel poor? These are the questions I want you to ask yourself, and I'll be looking in the comments to really dive into what this can and should really feel like in our bodies. And this is exactly what I share in Cosmicnomics 101. We're going to look at the money written in your chart. You can read all the books, you can do all the manifestation techniques and practices and candles, crystals, all of it. But if you don't feel it, the money will stay away. But the key that most people don't even realize, with all those manifestation things that you're doing on the outside, the real truth is the money is written in your stars, and you may be working against it and not even know it. So that's why I want to make sure you join this class. And there's a whole series that I'm actually working on. So the first one is the money written in your chart. The next one is show me the money. And then third is your stars and stacks, because you need to see this and understand it so you can really work with the money in your chart. Instead of it just being a one-hit wonder, you need to really understand and use it like I do, which is why it's Cosmicnomics. And so, in saying that, beloveds, I'm going to ask you, as always, what are you choosing to believe about your money, about your prosperity at this time? Because again, whatever is going on out there, it should not be influencing you in here unless you are allowing it. And this is one of the key things that we're really going to be talking about, because I want you, as I said, to embody your stars. And we're kicking things off with the Q4, with the Q2, plan and prosper with your planets. I want you to not just know what's in your chart. I want you to know what is occurring now. And so make sure you sign up. The link is below so you can get that, stay connected, and find out about everything else that's going on, including the stars and stacks on Substack. So I want to just give a brief view of some color astrology so you can get some inspiration for this week. So we've got Rococo Red, which is the creative builder, persistent and influential. If this is your birthday, then we've got Hibiscus, which I absolutely love, Ceres. These are beautiful colors this week. Virtual Pink for our, Virtual Pink, Ribbon Red for our new moon. This is the color. And then Crimson and High Risk Red to balance out the week. So if you want to find out more of how this color astrology will be impacting you, stay tuned for more, and make sure you follow me over there on Substack for the stars and stacks. But I also want to remind you, beloveds, that this is a time for us to really tap into our spiritual selves. No amount of candles or crystals or rituals are going to change anything more than the inner thing, the changes that you make within. So get on over there, sign up for the money written in your chart, Cosmicnomics 101, so you can start to really use the stars to empower your life and beyond, as well as so much more. I've got so many good things coming up for us this week and can't wait to share them with you. So until next time, beloveds, tune in, turn on, and keep on shining.